Happy Monday. It is solo pod. Stench is in Vegas. So you get a solo pod from me. Lucky you. Congratulations. We haven't spoken a long time because last week I had open house on Wednesday and Thursday. So I had Bing's on Wednesday night, and that is my last one ever as a elementary school dad. He will now be moving on to junior high. And I had Lucy's, which was her last one for junior high, but it is the school that Bing is going to. So that was my week last week, and that ate up most of the pod week, huh? So here we go. Pants off podcast, solo pod. The open houses went fine. Those things are what they are. I got to see some of the work the kids have been doing and meet their teachers. But you meet them at the beginning of the year at open house, so, or whatever they call that thing, not open house, back to school night. So anyway, we did that, and it was all good. And then, well, there were a lot of celebrity passings, and I can't remember which happened while we were doing podcasts and which happened before I took a break, because there was Harry Anderson, who was on my uncle's show, Night Court. He passed away. There was Avicii, the DJ, who did that Wake Me Up song, amongst others, the Hey Brother, and he had a bunch of hits. You know, he was a big EDM dude. He passed away at 28. That one was tragic and unexpected. And then over the weekend, Vern Troyer, Mini-Me from Austin Powers, he passed away now. He has been a mess for a while. So that one, not as shocking, still sad, but not as surprising as the other ones. Although Avicii was kind of a mess too. I mean, he had pancreatitis, I believe, from drinking, and he had gallbladder surgery. He wasn't feeling well, and he had addiction problems. So not a super shock, but still very sad for a 28-year-old guy to go that young. But yeah, we had all those, and not a one on the list. I don't think we are having. I mean, we're almost 5 months into this year, almost halfway through, and we have not had a good list year as far as I can remember. I think we may have got one, but not doing. And Barbara Bush, but I think we talked about it. I think she was really sick. I know we talked about her being really sick and on her deathbed, but I saw parts of that funeral over the weekend. It was on TV, and it seemed like a very nice service. I saw like all her granddaughters up there talking about her, and only saw part of it. I went to the Festival of Books at USC with Bing on Saturday, which we do every year and is always cool. It's obviously over for this year, but if you get a chance, it happens every year, and it is a good time. We took the subway to the expo line there, which is awesome because it drops you off right at the entrance, and then it's just a huge book festival with authors speaking and music and food and everything. Although Bing and I went across to the Rose Garden and to the Science Museum and ate at their cafeteria because we like to eat over there when we're there. We were going to go see the King Tut exhibit, but it was almost sold out, and we would have had to wait 3 hours for the next time that we could have got in. And so we decided just to go back another time when we plan ahead and buy tickets and don't have to wait as long. But that is going on at the Science Center right now, King Tut exhibit, and tickets are like $27 or something. So it's not outrageous, but it seems, I know some of the stuff, it's the first time it's been displayed in the U.S., I do believe. So there's some cool stuff there. And then today for Earth Day, yes, yesterday was Earth Day. We didn't do anything too spectacular. Bing and I had a special Pokemon EX raid, which you have to be invited to. So we went and did that, and we rode our bikes there, and we did some bike riding. And Bing got, for Christmas, he got a little drone from his grandma's, and we finally took that out and realized that it is not as easy to use as we thought it would be. And so there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve on that. As we almost flew it into oncoming traffic, we learned our lesson real quick. So there's that. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Tonight, when I was dropping Bing off, Lucy called and asked if I would take her and her half-sister to ice cream. So I took all three kids to get ice cream this evening, which was nice. We went to Baskin-Robbins, had some ice cream. If only my kids liked me as much as my ex-wife kid does. She didn't want to get out of my car and wanted to come back home with me. So that kid likes me. My own kids are kind of done with me, but what else is going on in the world? I did not see a lot of news today here on Earth Day because I was gallivanting around with Bing, and he has been also binge watching The Office, and we are down to almost the last season. I think we have a couple episodes left in season 8, and then we'll be in season 9, but I realize as we get this far, we are way deeper into The Office than I ever made it, because season 7, I think it was, is when Steve Carell left, and that's probably about the time that I'd given up on The Office, and there are 2 more seasons after that, so that's what we're in now, the ones with James Spader, and I saw some of those when they originally aired, but I was not watching religiously, and so now we are getting caught up on that, and like I said, there's about a season left. But that has been a main focus of his, is getting through those offices. I'm trying to think if we did anything else. On Saturday night, we just hung out at home because we were out all day at that book fair. And, yeah. So let's see what's going on in the world, other than the things that I have already addressed with you. Let's see. Let's start with TMZ and see what kind of celebrity craziness happened over the weekend other than Vern Troyer. Let's see. We have Bachelor crap. I don't care. Whoa. Belly, rapper and bodyguard shield each other while attacked by 20 Coachella venue security guards. Well, this is interesting. So Belly is not the band. There is a guy. Remember the 90s band Belly? They are still around too, but somehow there is a rapper dude named Belly as well. I don't know how that name isn't trademarked by the band, but whatever. So that dude and his personal bodyguard tried desperately to protect each other during an unprovoked attack by nearly 20 members of Coachella's security team. Why would it be unprovoked? They say you can see Belly and his bodyguard trying their best to protect one another during the scuffle. Our sources say Belly was walking up to the artist area during the weekend set when the incident happened. They told TMZ that he had all the proper credentials to enter the section, which would make sense considering he performed at the festival earlier that day. It's unclear exactly why the venue security attacked him, and the festival is yet to comment on the altercation. Belly, the rapper dude, took to Twitter after the incident saying, "No negative bullshit can steal my joy," and added earlier, "I'm great, y'all. I love you." He also got a shot in at the guards who went after him saying, 20 of you pussies couldn't take me off my feet. So there you go. Jay-Z blessed Cardi B's baby bump during Coachella set, so he must have come out with Beyonce at Coachella. Let's see. What else do we have going on here? So this ex-NFL kicker dude, Jay Feely, posed with a posed for a photo with her daughter going to prom and her date, and he's holding a gun, and people didn't think that was funny, and he is now trying to defend it. It says former NFL kicker Jay Feely is clearing up the controversy around a photo he posted with a gun at his daughter's prom date's side, saying it was all a joke. Feely tweeted a clarification Sunday about the pic he posted Saturday as he sent his daughter off to prom with the guy, with Jay between them with a pistol in his hand. It says, the prom picture I posted was obviously intended to be a joke. My daughter has dated her boyfriend for over a year, and they knew I was joking. I take gun safety seriously. The gun was not loaded and had no clip in, and I did not intend to be insensitive to that important issue. So there you go. It does seem like a stupid thing to do, though. Let's see what else we got. Who cares? Kourtney Kardashian went to Disneyland. A lot of people went to Coachella for the second weekend. There's a list of all that. Beyonce had some guy, Jay Belvin, as her guest, who I don't even know who that is. I probably should, but I don't. Here's more people talking about Belly. Yeah, I don't know. So it doesn't look like anything too exciting happened in Gossip World. Let's look in local news world and see if anything good is going on there on this Sunday evening, Monday for you guys. Oh, yeah, there was this thing in Tennessee, and I don't have all the details on it, but let's see. As of Sunday night, it says police warned that a gunman accused of killing 4 people early Sunday at a Waffle House near Nashville is on the run and armed and dangerous. Authorities suspect that 29-year-old Travis Reinking, who recently moved to the Nashville, Tennessee area, may have 2 weapons with him, a rifle and a handgun. They have put him on the 10 most wanted list, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Let's see. They say that police have swarmed areas they think he's in, but they still haven't found him. They say he fled the scene after shooting completely naked. Police believe he went to his apartment, put on a pair of pants, and escaped into the woods. So the dude committed the murders naked? He murdered 4 times with no apparent reason and no apparent motive. So they say they're very concerned. He apparently arrived at the Waffle House in Antioch, which is southeast of Nashville, at 3:19 a.m., wearing nothing but a green jacket. The suspected gunman sat in his pickup truck for 3.5 to 4 minutes just looking at people inside the restaurant. Then he got out of his pickup wielding an assault-type rifle and fatally shot 2 people outside the Waffle House. Then he went inside the restaurant and continued firing. Police responded to the active shooter call at 3:25 a.m. Some witnesses suffered cuts on their faces from shattered windows. Two victims inside the restaurant were fatally shot. Chuck Cordero, who was on break from his job as a 24/7 roadside serviceman, was about to walk into the restaurant when the shooting took place. He says he was very lucky. Where I usually sit, one woman was killed and another was shot. They say he was fortunate to not have gone into the Waffle House. Let's see. So then, but they have no reason why this guy did this. He's just a nut. So sad. Just another senseless shooting. Now, who is this? They say the carnage stopped only because of the heroics of a customer who heard the gunshots and hid near the restaurant's bathrooms. Police said the customer, identified by a relative as James Shaw Jr., monitored the gunman move from afar and jumped into action when he saw an opportunity. He saw the gunman looking at his rifle. At that point, the shots had stopped, so he decided to rush the gunman, actually wrestled the assault rifle away, tossed it over the counter. At that point, the gunman then fled. They say he is a hero here. No doubt he saved many lives by wrestling the gun away and then tossing it over the counter, prompting the man to leave. They said then he threw off his jacket and he fled on foot. Later Sunday morning, he apparently clothed himself with a pair of pants. A man believed to be Travis Ranking was seen in the woodline near Discovery at Mountain View Apartments near the Waffle House. He was seen wearing black pants and no shirt. They had the helicopter and the dogs out to get him. I don't know. This is another crazy one, right? Not that these ever make any sense. Let's see. They say authorities have seized 4 weapons from him, including an AR-15 rifle. I don't know. This goes on and on, but as of this recording, they have not found this guy, and he is believed to be armed and dangerous. So it is scary stuff there in the Nashville area. You got to be careful out there. There are crazy people everywhere, huh? So that story I had heard rumblings of this morning, but I did not get all the details until now, and that is crazy. Just more senseless gun craziness and people getting slaughtered just trying to live their life. Middle of the night at a diner. What else do we have? Doesn't look like... Oh, this guy was seriously crazy. They say suspected gunman in Waffle House shooting showed delusional behavior, thought Taylor Swift was stalking him. So this guy was nuts and had access to guns. And what else do we have? Okay, here's 5 significant environmental events that have happened since last Earth Day. I don't know if these are good or bad. I also don't know if this will open. Let's see. They seem bad. All right. Earth Day turns 48 this year. Wow, they've been doing that for 48 years now? But here's 5 things that happened since last Earth Day, last year. The world's last male northern white rhino died, leaving the future of the subspecies in doubt. It says at 45, Sudan, that was his name, was fraught with age-related issues and multiple infections. He lived in Kenya, surrounded by armed guards who protected him 24 hours a day. They say rhinos are targeted by poachers, fueled by the belief in Asia that their horns cure various ailments. So that happened. It says we're saying goodbye to plastics. Plastic-free supermarkets, a deposit on plastic bottles, and jail time for using plastic bags. These are just some of the efforts leaders are making to curb the world's plastic addiction. In February, the very first plastic-free supermarket aisle was unveiled in Amsterdam. Shoppers there are buying their groceries in new compostable biomaterials as well as traditional materials such as glass, metal, and cardboard. So there you go. And they say Kenyans could face 4 years in jail and up to $40,000 in fines if they produce, sell, or even use plastic bags. Plastic straws, drink stirrers, and cotton swabs could be banned in England as part of the government's plan to eliminate all avoidable plastic waste by 2042. So there's good stuff there. They say we met a punk rock turtle. I remember that story. That was just from a few days ago. It says the good news is we discovered an Australian river turtle with distinctive green punk rock hairstyle, 2 spikes under its chin, and the ability to breathe through its genitals. The bad news is it may not be around for long because it's on the new list of endangered reptiles. The Mary River turtle is native to Queensland, Australia. It has the ability to stay underwater for up to 3 days Its vibrant green mohawk is the result of algae growing on its head because of the extended time spent submerged. So the turtles were often kept as pets in the 60s and 70s, and by the 90s, they were already at risk of being endangered, and now it's even worse. The U.S. left the Paris Climate Accord. That happened. President Donald Trump put the U.S. at odds with nearly every other nation on Earth when he decided to pull out of the Paris Climate Accord. So there was that. We all know about that. And then it says there are only 30 vaquita porpoises left on Earth, and Leonardo DiCaprio wants to save them. The vaquita, which looks very similar to a dolphin, calls the Gulf of California home, and the species has become endangered due to illegal fishing. The actor and activist used Twitter and Instagram to get his millions of followers to sign a petition asking Mexico's president to take immediate action to protect the endangered porpoise. Leonardo met with the president and secured an agreement to work together to protect them. So there you go. So that all happened this year. That is the year in Earth Day. Oh, good. I thought for a minute that the recording had stopped, but it looks like it's still going. It just freaked out on me a little. What else did I need to tell you guys? I can't think of anything else too significant. And I think there were some messages, but let's just save those for when Stench is back tomorrow. We can do those together because it's just easier that way. And like I told you guys, my sister's going on vacation, so I can't work out this pod thing until after she gets back. But I'm going to start working on some plans. Then I will share with you what I figure out. I know some people, as we discussed, were against the putting of the pod on YouTube, so I might see what other options are out there, or we'll just have to see. So I guess we can about wrap this up, right? Because I feel like I've bored you, for 20 some minutes. That's pretty good. That's a lot of boring. Oh, I put up some new you'll see them here are surrounding this solo pod, but there are some new old shows up, including some interesting ones. One with a clip where Omarosa hangs up on us. She gets mad at Jamie and Danny, ends up hanging up. And what it is I didn't find that show. I found just that clip of her getting mad and hanging up us, and then I found the show from the day after it happened. And people are calling in and going, what happened with Omarosa? So I put that at the end of that clip. And then I found I found Janice Dickinson when she was on, which is kind of interesting because, now she's at the center of this Bill Cosby sex assault thing. So that's interesting because that one is, like from 14 years ago or whatever, our interview with her. And she was there for the whole day and she was talking about her book. Everything About Me is Fake and I'm Perfect or something like that, a book. But those two were up there. And also I found an old show with Seth Meyers and John Cho. They had made some movie together and they were on. And this is before Seth Meyers was a late night host. So it's kind of interesting to hear him. I think this is kind of in between Saturday Night Live and when other stuff happened, because that one was about 12 years ago, I think, is when that one originally aired. But interesting to hear this old stuff, and those are all up here on this YouTube channel. And if you have free time, since you don't have a full podcast here, you can maybe check out a half an hour of one of those, right? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. I think Stench and I will be back together tomorrow. I don't know how long he's in Vegas for, but I think he's back by tomorrow. So if not, I will solo at you. And if so, we will be back together. Remember, if you want to communicate with us, jack@jackandstench.com or, no, that's the best way. Email jack@jackandstench.com until I figure something out better. All right. So until we speak again, Have a wonderful Monday and jack off.